When the balance of the Doqi continent began to tilt, even the ancient clans could no longer remain silent. A decision made within a single hall would determine whether countless lives would endure or be erased without a trace. After 1,000 years of slumber, the gears of destiny finally turned once more, and this time they ground toward blood. If you enjoy the way I make my videos, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really motivates me to keep creating. Xiao Yan's tightly wound heart finally eased, releasing a deep, heavy sigh after hearing Gu Yuan's words. He had personally witnessed the terrifying might of the Han clan, a power that sent chills down to the very soul. Throughout the entire Doqi continent, aside from the Gu clan, it would be exceedingly difficult to find any other faction capable of standing against the Han clan head-on. If even the Gu clan chose to remain idle, then the Sky Mansion Alliance would inevitably be forced to face a grave threat to its very survival. Inside the vast hall, the numerous elders of the Gu clan revealed complicated expressions upon seeing Gu Yuan make his decision. They all understood clearly once today passed, the Gu clan would have no room to retreat. After 1,000 years of silence, the two greatest super factions of the Doqi continent were finally destined to clash once more. And this time it would no longer be mere probing or deterrence. It would be a true battle of life and death. The victor would live. The defeated would perish. Gu Yuan's decision swiftly spread throughout the upper echelons of the Gu clan. Almost instantly, a tense atmosphere enveloped the entire Gu realm. One after another, powerful experts were dispatched toward the Central Plains, closely monitoring every movement of the Han clan. While the Gu clan entered this cautious and vigilant state, Xiao Yan did not immediately leave the Gu realm. A considerable amount of energy from the Tier 9 mysterious pill still lingered within his body. Allowing such power to remain unrefined was far from beneficial. If left unchecked, that wild and violent energy could once again cause him serious harm. Thus, he needed to refine it as quickly as possible. On a tranquil mountain peak stood a bamboo house. A gentle breeze swept through the area, causing the bamboo forest to sway rhythmically, resembling green waves rolling across an endless sea. Xiao Yan Ge, all the medicinal ingredients you require are here. Is there anything else you're missing? Zhana stood gracefully inside the bamboo house. Her elegant robes failed to conceal her alluring figure, while her exquisitely beautiful face bore a gentle smile. Such a smile was enough to soften the heart of any hero. Numerous jade boxes floated before her, faint waves of astonishing energy seeping out from within. Clearly none of their contents were ordinary items. Xiao Yan merely swept his gaze across them before fixing his eyes on the most captivating sight in the room. He stepped forward and casually hooked his arm around her slender wrist, pulling her into his embrace with a laugh. I'm still missing one thing, a beauty. Shuna's cheeks flushed slightly at his teasing words. She shot him a reproachful glare that only made her appear even more enchanting, causing Xiao Yan's gaze to heat unconsciously. The temptation of seeing this goddess-like beauty, revered by countless young members of the Gu clan, reveal such an expression was truly irresistible. Zhana gently leaned into his embrace. Her cool, delicate hand slowly reached out lightly, undoing his clothes. Several finger-length crimson scars were revealed beneath. They were remnants of the injuries inflicted by Hun Yan, one of the 4 demon saints of the Han clan. Back in the Yao realm, though they had faded into shallow marks, one could still imagine how grievous those wounds had once been. Her fingers softly traced the scars. A trace of heartache surfaced in her crystal-clear eyes as she bit her lip lightly and murmured, "Those people of the Han clan truly deserve death." Ha ha ha, it's nothing more than a minor wound. Xiao Yan laughed. Suddenly he cupped her face and pressed his lips against hers without warning. Only after her face turned crimson with embarrassment did he finally release her, laughing heartily. With a flicker of movement, he appeared on the bed. A wave of his hand caused the jade boxes to burst apart, their contents transforming into streams of medicinal ingredients that floated before him. "Shunna, help me stand guard," Xiao Yan said, his expression turning serious. "I need time to refine the remaining medicinal strength of the mysterious pill. Do not allow anyone to disturb me." As his voice fell, he let out a low call. Little Yi instantly appeared on his shoulder, opening its mouth wide as a fiery cauldron shot forth, swallowing all the floating medicinal ingredients in one go. The redness on Shun-Er's face slowly faded as she watched him enter cultivation. She nodded gently and quietly, withdrew from the room, closing the door behind her. Only then did she raise her hand to touch her lips, her eyes filled with warmth. Heh, young miss. An elderly chuckle suddenly sounded behind her. Shuna hurriedly turned around and saw Ling Ying standing not far away. Her face flushed again as she smiled. Old Ling. Ling Ying smiled kindly, walking over and casting his gaze toward the closed room. He sighed softly, muttering, "Indeed, young Miss's vision far surpasses these old eyes of mine. I once sensed that young Master Xiao Yan would achieve greatness one day, but I never imagined he would reach such heights." Shana smiled sweetly, pride glimmering within her sparkling eyes. She could remain calm when others praised her, yet praise directed toward Xiao Yan always brought her genuine joy. Sigh. Thinking back on the past truly leaves one lost in thought. Ling Ying laughed softly. Over 10 years ago, young Master was still striving just to defeat a mere Nalan Yanran, and now even the clan head acknowledges his achievements. He remembered clearly how he had once secretly reprimanded Xiao Yan. Back then, the two existed in completely different worlds, and Xiao Yan had no chance of standing beside Jun Er. Yet through relentless effort over the years, that once dismissed youth of the Xiao clan had climbed all the way to the peak of the continent. Shana sat on the steps, resting her cheeks in her hands as her gaze drifted into the distance. A gentle smile eventually bloomed on her lips. She felt fortunate to have spent her childhood in that small city of Wutan. Those memories, past, present, and future, would forever remain etched deep within her heart. Other than the Zhao clan, which had been the first to decline, the Gu and Han clans were unquestionably the strongest among the 8 ancient clans. Ranked just beneath them were the Yan and Lei clans. Even after countless years had passed, the bloodline strength of these 2 clans showed no signs of exhaustion. As a result, both clans were brimming with outstanding talents. Though they could not rival the Gu and Han clans, their overall strength far surpassed that of the Yao Shi and Ling clans. Perhaps it was precisely for this reason that the Han clan had not chosen them as its first targets for annihilation. Soft persimmons were the easiest to squeeze. Clearly the Yan and Lei clans did not fall into that category. Of course, once all the easier prey had been wiped out, their turn would inevitably arrive sooner or later. Today the Gu clan appeared unusually lively. The arrival of the clan heads of both the Yan and Lei clans was an event of great significance even for the Gu clan. Thus the reception was conducted with utmost solemnity, fully preserving the dignity and status of the 2 visiting clan heads. By the time Xiao Yan and Shun Er arrived outside the main hall, the area was already crowded with people radiating an exceptionally bustling atmosphere. Seated to the left of the chief seat is the clan head of the Yan clan, Yan Jin. The 2 quietly slipped into the hall and made their way toward a relatively deserted corner. Zhana subtly pointed toward a middle-aged man seated to the left of the main seat and spoke softly. Xiao Yan followed the direction of her finger. A middle-aged man, clad in bright crimson robes, sat atop a high seat. He appeared to be around 40 years old, with a somewhat rugged face. His eyebrows were an intense shade of red, resembling 2 burning flames. This man's aura is mellow and deeply concealed. He's like a mass of warm, devouring flame, truly extraordinary. But the feeling he gives me is somewhat strange, Xiao Yan said gravely. Through his spiritual perception, Yanjin resembled a cluster of flames, yet not scorching, but calm and restrained. It was precisely this contradiction that made Xiao Yan wary. What surprised him even more was the faint sense of familiarity he felt emanating from Yanjin's body. He may look like he's only in his 40s, but he's an old monster who's lived for an unknowable length of time. Zhana chuckled softly before continuing. Xiao Yan Geigi, his control over flames has reached the pinnacle. According to Father, there are 2 heavenly flames within his body. One is the Fire Mountain Rock Flame, ranked 17th. The other is the 9 Serene Golden Ancestor Flame, ranked 7th on the Heavenly Flame list. Oh, Xiao Yan raised his brows slightly, his tone turning meaningful. So the 9 Serene Golden Ancestor Flame has also fallen into the hands of the Yan clan. In that case, he possesses a merged heavenly flame as well. Yes, Shuna nodded with a smile. It's a new heavenly flame formed from the fusion of the 9 Serene Golden Ancestor Flame and the Fire Mountain Rock Flame. Although its might cannot compare to your purifying demonic Lotus Flame, it can contend evenly with my Gold Emperor Incinerating Heavenly Flame. She paused briefly before adding, Xiaoyan Geiji, you were able to merge heavenly flames thanks to your cultivation method. However, Yanjin relies purely on his mastery over flames to forcibly merge them. The difficulty of such a feat is immense. Xiao Yan's expression subtly changed. This was the first time he had encountered someone capable of merging heavenly flames without relying on the flame mantra. He understood all too well how terrifying the difficulty of such a task was. Even with his current strength, it would be nearly impossible for him to forcibly merge two heavenly flames. Using sheer power alone, their corrosive nature was simply too overwhelming. He truly deserves to be the Yan clan's head. Xiao Yan sighed softly in admiration. At the same time, he knew that merging two heavenly flames was likely Yan Jin's absolute limit. Adding a third would probably result in self-immolation unless one reached the Dodi realm. As for merging 6 heavenly flames like Xiao Yan, such a feat was simply unheard of. Seated to the right of the chief seat is the Lei clan's head, Lei Ying. His strength rivals Yan Jin's and 8-star Do Sheng. He's also the strongest expert within the Lei clan. Shun continued. Xiao Yan shifted his gaze to the opposite side. A towering man built like a metal fortress sat upright. His skin was dark, and his presence was impossible to ignore. It felt as though a massive dragon lurked beneath his flesh. A faint yet terrifying aura radiated from him, causing the ground beneath nearby people to tremble slightly. Lei Ying is infamous for his love of battle. It's rumored that he once challenged ancestor Xiao Xuan and was defeated, Jun said with a light laugh. Oh, a flash of surprise crossed Xiao Yan's eyes. He had naturally been unaware of such ancient events. Ancestor Xiaoxian had been virtually unrivaled in his era, yet Lei Ying had still dared to challenge him. The rumors of his battle mania were evidently well-founded. As Xiao Yan and Shun chatted quietly in their corner, a figure suddenly sneaked over in a furtive manner. Xiao Yan let out a low call. Both of them turned their heads, only to see Guhua, the second general of the Black Submerged Army, who had once entered the Heavenly Tomb alongside them. "What is it?" Juna asked, puzzled. Heh. Guhua gave an embarrassed smile before speaking bitterly. "I'm here to ask for reinforcements." Xiao Yan and Shun were momentarily stunned, clearly not understanding his meaning. "It's all because of those fellows from the Lei clan." Guhua continued, rubbing his hands together awkwardly. "The moment they arrived, they started roaming around and deliberately provoking members of our Black Submerged Army. In the end, our people couldn't hold back and were completely beaten. How humiliating." He sighed and went on. "Although we know that's the nature of those Lei clan brats, if we, as their superiors, don't step in after our subordinates are beaten, it would truly hurt morale. So a few of us intervened and drove them away." Xiao Yan couldn't help but smile. "These people, isn't driving them away enough? They're still guests after all," Shun said, rolling her eyes. "Don't tell me you want to chase them down. Do you think Father and the Lei clan's head are unaware of this? They simply don't bother with disputes among the younger generation." "That's true," Guhua admitted with a wry smile. "But those fellows refused to accept defeat. They brought reinforcements and ended up defeating Gu Xing, Gu Yao, and even me." His expression grew gloomy. Being defeated on his own turf was a serious blow to his pride, especially as one of the 4 great generals of the Black Submerged Army. "Why not let big brother Qingyang handle it?" Shuna suggested. "He's the first general and the commander of the Black Submerged Army." Guhua hesitated before letting out a bitter laugh. "Big brother Qingyang was defeated too. Otherwise I wouldn't have come looking for you." "Oh." Xiao Yan and Shuna's expressions finally changed. Gu Xingyang was an elite 2-star Daosheng, yet someone from the younger generation of the Lei clan had managed to defeat him. Could it be that person? Zun suddenly frowned. "Yes," Guhua nodded dejectedly. "I never expected him to become this strong." "Who is he?" Xiao Yan asked with interest. Lei Dongxun replied after a moment of thought. "The most dazzling genius the Lei clan has produced in hundreds of years. He once stayed in the lightning demon pool of the Lei realm for 5 years, 1 year longer than Lei Ying's record in his youth. Although the clan spared no effort in nurturing him, his talent and ability are undeniable. It's rumored that the Lei clan intends to groom him as the next clan head." Xiao Yan nodded slightly. It was unexpected that the Lei clan possessed such an exceptional junior. Their foundation truly was formidable. "There's more," Juna added helplessly. "The Lei clan once proposed a marriage alliance with the Gu clan. Many elders approved at the time, but the matter was later shelved due to other issues. The 2 individuals involved were Lei Dong and me." "Ah." Xiao Yan was taken aback. That fellow had actually tried to snatch his future wife. Shuna, although that fellow loves battle, this is still the Gu clan. If we let them leave so easily, we'll end up appearing inferior the next time we meet, Guhua said with a grin. So, could you lend a hand? How boring. A completely meaningless clash over pride, Juna replied indifferently. Ha ha ha. If you don't want to get involved, why not let brother-in-law Xiao Yan help us regain some dignity? Guhua turned toward Xiao Yan with a smile. Even the clan head is satisfied with him. And the brothers of the Black Submerged Army are many. We'll make sure your wedding is incredibly lively when the time comes. You? Shuna's face flushed crimson at his words. She shot him a glare and snorted. It seems your real target isn't me, but Xiao Yan Gege. Guhua laughed heartily, his eyes burning as he stared at Xiao Yan. So, Brother Xiao Yan, are you interested in experiencing the strength of the Lei clan's younger generation? Big brother Qingyang is currently holding them off. Xiao Yan smiled involuntarily under Guhua's eager gaze. A peculiar feeling stirred within him. After dealing with so many old monsters, he had almost forgotten his own age. By all accounts, he should still be in that phase of sharp edges and youthful arrogance, just like Guhua and the others. All right, Xiao Yan said with a light chuckle. Lead the way. Let me see just what ability the man who dared to covet my wife truly has.